Hello guys. So wanted to invite you for a few minutes for a chat and coffee. It's beautiful morning here in Malibu. I slept a little bit longer today because it's been early morning for me, like 4 a.m. and I'm up recently. Well, it's been for a while, but for a few, like 3 days, 3 nights, it was like 5 hours sleep, if not less. Not complaining, just sharing. Life is beautiful. Birds are singing. I have to still take a first sip of coffee, which is the best, I think. It's very satisfying. Coffee lovers, you probably understand me, where I'm coming from. So I got this beautiful cup yesterday as a gift from a friend who owns a gallery in Malibu Cross Creek. It's called Red Leather Gallery. It's a pretty cool place, casual, cheerful, beautiful, amazing artwork, very good vibes. I'm gonna show you what's written here, by the way. He's funny guy, and yep, that's his artwork. Well, not all of this kind of vibe, but I love this vibe too. In your face, basically. So this is my little station here outside where I am chilling. My baby's chilling too, getting some sun. And I often paint here on the balcony over here. Outside mountains view. I don't have ocean view, but I have all this beauty over here. Got a little bit green after recent rains. Hi Suraj, how are you? Good morning. Join me for coffee chat. Can you hear me, by the way? I am soft spoken from India. Hi there, how are you? It's morning here. It's 8:48 Pacific time in California. Yeah, you're fine. Cool, cool. So I just wanted to share a little time. I just got a book. I'm gonna show it to you. Subquantum Consciousness. It's gonna be very cool read. I was waiting for it, ordered it online. So it's about consciousness study, human psychology, mathematics, quantum theory. I don't know which one we'll see. Electrical engineering, dimensional analysis, speculative philosophy. Yeah, and I wanted to show you this cup that I got yesterday from a friend in a gallery from an artist. You probably can read what it says. I think it's really cool. Yeah. Yeah, I want to. I'm very much into spirituality and consciousness and creation of the universe and our relation to God and stuff. So I keep listening to podcasts of that quality and reading books and just like connecting with the universe on that level. Yeah, I did astral project. There was time in my life a few years ago that I've been doing a lot of meditations, like alchemy meditations, reading books on hermetic philosophy and alchemy. And there were meditations that would include those that you're talking about, astral projecting as well, separating from your body and traveling in your light body. Book of Wisdom. Let me screenshot so I don't forget. All right, thank you for the recommendation. This one I just got. It was recommended by, just got it last night, so I unpackaged it this morning. It was recommended by, she goes by name The Alchemist. You can find her on YouTube and in Instagram. And I think she's amazing. She talks about esoteric and alchemy, and she calls herself the alchemist. And her real name, I think, Sarah El Khaldi. I don't know if you heard. I love I love listening to her podcasts. My job? Well, I am an artist, but that's not really my job. I was in mental health and psychology for over 20 years in my professional life. That's how I made my money, and also I believe I helped a lot of people and also learned a lot about myself as well through that journey. Yeah, how about you? Mental illness? Well, I think a lot of it comes from childhood, from traumas that we don't address right away. And it just continues. It's a belief system that we develop after that. And it depends on the mental illness, obviously, but a lot of it stems from traumatic experiences and starts as early as we're born or before we're born. And also, there are a lot of genetics, genetical predisposition to that as well. What do you think? Why do you think people develop mental health problems, illnesses? Cognitive dissonance, yeah, we'll see. The cognitive dissonance is also, I'm not going to talk about, because I don't have a license to talk about mental health or, you know, diagnosis and stuff, but just in general, usually when you have cognitive dissonance, what happens, people, their mind doesn't catch with their heart, like you say, but heart is about emotions and feelings, so your emotional body is not aligned with what you think and how you think and your belief system and stuff. That's how I understand it. My opinion, not a professional opinion, but personal opinion. Because I'm not here to give a professional advice of any kind. Yeah, me too. Coffee doesn't help for anxiety, but like being in nature helps a lot. Grounding helps a lot. To me personally. And I think a lot of people could benefit from that meditation and nature. Just being like connected and feeling your feelings. We run away from our feelings a lot. Afraid to feel whatever we feel. So resistance causes that anxiety as well, because we think we have to always feel what is good and run away from bad. Basically talking about vibration. Hey, I need to vibrate higher. So that means I have to feel good all the time. And that causes a lot of repression. And that repression is causing a lot of illnesses too, not just mental health illnesses, but also physical. Lots of blockage in body because you don't release those emotions. If you don't allow yourself feel whatever you're feeling in the moment, you're kind of sweeping all the dirt under the carpet and pretending it's not there, but it's there because you don't process, you don't address. So life is just going in circles. We just repeat the same patterns. But we got to, in order to not repeat the patterns and not to feel the same way, we got to look at those emotions, feel them, whatever comes along. It's not about vibrate higher, just feel good. Vibrate higher meaning to experience everything. Going with the flow means experiencing whatever comes your way without resistance. You're playing guitar, that's pretty cool, John. Let go of hurtful energies. Yeah, but in order to let go of hurtful energies, you got to kind of process, feel them, feel whatever's coming along, so then you can release them. And that's what causes the cognitive resonance too, because if you're kind of repressing them, not feeling them, trying to let go before it's time, they just come around. They come back in those patterns because we repeat the behavioral patterns and thinking patterns if you don't really sit with whatever you're feeling. How do you like my cup? I love it. It's art of my friend. I'm not going to read it for you, so I'm not kicked out of life. Thank you, Michael. Hi, Barbara. Where are you guys from? Yeah, it is a process. You're right, Barbara. It's definitely a process. But life is a process too. We cannot hurry to live our life because before you know it, this body is gone, and then you have to repeat again and learn the same, like basically to learn the lessons, we have to repeat the life. But if you learn as much as you can, now when you have time, then your life will be just get better and better here and afterwards. After we live here and get reborn or whatever you believe, guys, it's all cool. It's all about like, okay, how we can live a good life. You know, Ram Dass, I don't know if you're familiar with his work, but he was talking about that he learned from his guru that you got to have no resistance and no preference, basically, and then you'll be in peace, right? It's hard not to have preference because we actually prefer good stuff, like all of us, and really resist the bad one that forms attachments and expectations, and that's how we suffer. When we accept everything and go with the Tao or the way, and then it becomes easier because we are not like forcing ourselves to always feel good. It's just not possible anyways. Like you won't be able to breathe. You're gonna just force yourself to live in a certain way. That doesn't mean you shouldn't be selecting your experiences and all that, and partners and even thoughts sometimes. If it becomes too, like if your thoughts is like bombarding you with negativity, you always can like just breathe through it, get into meditation, allow it to drain through you, feel those energies, those emotions. So, and then release them, whatever you want to cry, to scream in your pillow, because everything that is repressed, manifesting, eventually is manifesting in very dysfunctional ways. After death, what happens? What I think? Well, from what I understand, um, we get reborn. If you got yourself out of the karmic wheel and not really subject to the karma, then you are living a dharmic life when you are not resisting anymore, more aligned with your higher self, with the universe. Then you can choose where you reincarnate, how you reincarnate, what body, what place, to what parents. You have more choices that way. But if you're in karmic kind of will, and you have a lot of lessons to learn still, you probably be swept away with those cosmic forces and currents that it's not gonna give you much of a choice what your life gonna be next. That's what I believe. What do you believe? How do you see it? Yeah, if you have no expectations, it's not disappointing. It's hard not to have expectations though. So how do you go about that? Allowance, from what how I see it, is allowing it instead of resisting it. Sometimes we don't have much of the say in certain things because we live in consensus reality, and we create our immediate environment, whatever choices we make in relationships, where we live, what jobs we take, and all that. But certain things that we don't have really say in it because other people create as well, and they come into our life. and impact our life in certain ways, but we always can say no. Learn to say no without being so afraid to lose certain people, you know. Yeah, after death is energy transmutation. But the thing is, we transmute our energy in this life as well, not just after death. We even can restructure our DNA by really purifying ourselves through alchemical processes. Our consciousness is the driving force for that. Sorry for what, Dominic? Like a song, my voice sounds. No, thank you. That's sweet. Barbara, you're from Midwest? Yeah, I'm in California, Los Angeles County in Malibu. Little coastal town, very beautiful. I love being here. I feel home here. Lots of creative energy here. Well, you know, like I used to think that I was, you say, let go to hurtful energies, which is, I agree, we can let go, but if we let go prematurely without processing them, they're gonna come around. Yeah, touching the grass helps with grounding. And I think nature, well, we all think, but going to nature and just being close to nature and touching the grass and walking barefoot in the sand, whatever you can find yourself, or grass, or touching the ground and being in the sun and just breathing and listening to the birds, it's all like such a healing thing. This is what we're made of. We just like all the particles meshed together, and it's healing. Instead of looking at the screen all day, it's hard these days because we are really attached to our technology, I mean, and that drives our psychology. Yep. So yeah, that's grounding, basically being in nature, and just being in nature and getting in touch with the elements of nature. And there is a correspondence between our elements and nature, since we are made of the same stuff, same elemental stuff. And then that's how we can heal, because that's more purified matter and, you know, elements than all the electricity that we're exposing ourselves to. Yep. So I just wanted to touch base. Yesterday I had this live in my studio showcasing sharing with you guys my artwork. So if you are interested to check out my channel, you're welcome to. And if you want to know when I go live or post new videos, you can subscribe and hit that bell button. It will notify you in my next video or live. I come live often. I just started to go live. I didn't do that before, but I wanted to connect with the community like this in real time. I know people are busy. I am home right now, going through some physical transformation because I got a little bit of issues with muscle pain and stuff, and nervous system pain. So I've been taking care of myself that way, making some art, hanging out with my baby over here, walking in nature, exercising, and reading books, and just resting. It helps. If you don't have health, you don't have anything really. I mean, you know, you can't enjoy anything, so it's important to take care of health. Yep. Thank you for joining. Really appreciate you guys. So I'm gonna show you around again. The views, Malibu Mountains. It's lovely here. It's very lovely here. Hi. I might come later live. I don't know if I'm gonna do it today, but I want to go to the beach. I'll see how air quality would be. So maybe I'll take you to the private beach, to the ocean, show you some views, and the air is so beautiful. I love you, and I'll talk to you soon. Head to my bio and see if you enjoy my channel. See some art that I make. Subscribe if you wish, and I'll talk to you later. I'm gonna take you to the beach probably next time, or for a walk in my neighborhood. We'll see which one comes first. Okay? Have a wonderful day. Lots of love and light your way.